Hello again. So, this was a GM crate, small block that my uncle had in his Blazer. He pulled it out, assuming because the Blazer rusted around it. And then I got my hands on it, and my plan was to use it in the Chevelle. But I tried doing a leak down test on it yesterday, or the other day, and it wouldn't spin over all the way. It would go about a quarter of a turn. So I posted it for sale. Had some guys come to look at it, and we actually got it to spin all the way over, and then we pulled this head off. And this cylinder, number 3, is very rusty. So I'm going to pull this head back off and do a little bit more digging and go from there. I wanted to go LS, but a couple things are stopping me from doing that. Number one being these mid-plate mounts. These usually utilize small block Chevy. Now on an LS, these are going to be in the same spot as well as the dowel pin. And they mount there on the frame, and as you can see, they mount here. But an LS has these two, and then does not have this one. So a lot of people just run 5 out of the 6 bolts. They can use a regular small block bell housing, yada yada. But since I'm utilizing these mid-plate mounts, I don't want to just use 2 out of 3 on the passenger side. So to do it right, I'd have to get like an $800 bell housing and just more parts that I don't want to buy. I'd have to get some different headers. Just other odds and ends that I've already got. And I might as well try and make something work here. So I have a couple options. I can go pull a junkyard Vortec, specifically the L31. They came with really good heads. Some would say the best heads factory ever for a small block. Utilize this block because it is a 4-bolt main, which is a good block. But that's what I'm going to dig into now and see if the block is salvageable, get some numbers off of it, do some measurements, and go from there. So I'm going to yank this head back off. So mostly I'll head it apart, didn't take too long. This was the cylinder that was causing the holdup. I don't know if it's salvageable. Tear it all apart and just do a quick turn. I mean, all the other cylinders look pretty good. I mean, it's definitely a used engine, but for free, I can't really complain. Like I said, it's a decent block, so I might be able to make something work with it. Maybe tear it down, clean it up, throw some junkyard heads on it, run it, just see what happens. Try and get some things cleaned up on this and see if there's any numbers on the pistons, which it doesn't look like it, but I don't know. We'll see. I also got the proper steering gear for the car. This was off of the Chevelle, but it utilizes a big 13/16 gear, and it's pretty outdated. So what I have is a 3/4 size gear to make work with the rest of the steering that I already have in place. So probably going to get that knocked out today. That way my steering wheel will actually steer things. So I've got the shaft for that side, and I should have enough of a shaft to be able to hold it up. So that's going to be it for today. I just wanted to do a quick update and go over what I had found with this engine. And I'm back and forth about doing LS or a JZ, but the way this car's set up and just kind of the overall vibe of it, I think a small block would be a good call. I mean, LS is obviously the better choice just as far as tuning and all that stuff goes, but I've got a lot of parts to already make a small block work. Maybe not this small block, but small block in general. So I think I'm just going to stick with it. I tend to go overboard on projects and go full bore and buy all these parts that I don't need and jump the gun on stuff, and who knows, maybe this is salvageable. I've got a buddy that has a machine shop and going to send him some pictures and info, see what he thinks, and go from there. So, until next time, there's another shot of the Chevelle. Looks pretty good sitting here.